Hi guys, so I'm here today to do a get ready with me / get to know me. I've always wanted to record this type of video. I don't have anything like this on my channel. I really wanted to take the time to really introduce myself, talk about myself, and have my subscribers just get to know who I am as a person. So I think a good question to start off with everything is, how old am I? I've been living on this planet for 26 whole years. It's very interesting because 26 is such a grown age in a sense that, you know, I've made the halfway point in my 20s, but I don't feel 26. I feel very young. Obviously 26 is still a very young age, but I think we have really heavy expectations as to what we should be doing as people, and to be very honest with you guys, I still feel like I'm a kid.
It's just a baby.
You have to use this sparingly because it's very pigmented. What is my ethnicity? I identify as African American. I know that there's a difference between African American and Black, but that being said, my family comes from the wonderful island of Jamaica. I am first generation. I'm my mother's only child, and I come from a very proud Jamaican household. I believe my grandma first immigrated to this country in the 60s, and then my mother and her two other sisters came up in the 70s. My biological father is also Jamaican. My mother, she is a Kingstonian, as she would call herself. My grandmother, she grew up in St. Elizabeth. I actually want to do a video interviewing my grandmother because I just think she's lived a very interesting life. She's 89 years old. She doesn't really like talking about her age. I think she should be proud of it. I think she's just lived such a long life, and as you can imagine, she has lived a hard life, but she's worked really hard and she is quite inspirational, and I think that's exactly where I get my drive from. What do I do for a living? I work in media. I specifically work at a media agency. I graduated undergrad in 2018 and I worked at a nonprofit for a while, the Brooklyn Academy of Music, and it was such a wonderful time. It was an internship that ended up turning me into a advertising assistant, and I loved it. Being an intern was truly the best point, I would say, of my life. I mean, you're an intern. You're essentially getting paid to learn. I would say every internship I did was a great experience. I'll never forget my first internship that really paved the way and got things rolling for me was when I interned at Warner Brothers Discovery, WBD, that's what it's called now, but back then, like, we just called it Discovery because that was obviously before the merger. I'll never forget, I was trying to leave Brooklyn, but from where I was leaving, the trains just had an emergency and they were not working. And before anyone says, well, you should have given yourself time, I gave myself 2 hours. So at the point when I was waiting for the train, I had 2 hours to get to the city, but it was just like impossible to get to a train to take me to the location that I needed to get to. I spent $50 on an Uber to just take me to a nearby train station, which also just goes to show you the magnitude of just how out of order things were that day. And you know, I called and I honestly killed that interview. I think the person that interviewed me really liked me. I was really down to earth. I really knew my stuff. Like, I was really prepared for the interview. I was just late. And I understand being late like that is a big no-no. That being said, I told her what happened. Like, I spent $50 to come here, and $50 today is a lot of money. $50 for 18-year-old me on my H&M salary, where I was working 2 days a week because I was in school part-time, that was a lot. Long story short, I ended up getting the internship, and it was the best internship ever, and it literally paved the way for everything else that I received during my undergrad journey. And I still keep in contact with the person that hired me, and I actually think last year, like, I sent her a thank you note because I'm 26 now, and I was just like, you know, like, you changed the game for me. The Beyonce tour, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm definitely a Beyonce fan. I am a fan, but I don't idolize celebrities because I don't think it's good to put them on a pedestal. But that being said, I enjoy Beyonce very, very much. I saw her concert on the Run Tour too with my older cousin, who's like a brother to me, my cousin brother, and my best friend Lizzie, and I told myself if she ever went on tour again, I would be seeing her again. She's a phenomenal performer. She deserves all of the flowers that she is receiving and will continue to receive, and I just don't think that there's anyone like her. Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster. So Beyonce's tickets came out on sale after Taylor Swift's whole debacle, and it was an absolute bloodbath. You had to sign up for codes, and this was so dumb. I only signed up for the New Jersey location. I realized I really didn't have to do that. Like, I should have signed up for multiple shows, but this is my first time really in a situation that required me to do something like this. So I just think everybody was confused. I was very confused, but I'm just happy that I get the opportunity to see her again, because I told myself that this was something I really wanted to do. Do I think that this is like a farewell tour for Queen Bee? I really don't know. I just feel like after this tour, she's not going to perform live for a while. I could be mistaken. I mean, like, I don't know what the world has in store for the queen herself, but I mean, I don't know what happened. I really liked the Renaissance album a lot. I feel like it's something that she hasn't really ever done before. It's so funny because at first I was like, I don't really like it, but it really grew on me and I listened to that album a lot. I just think it really makes me happy. I feel like it can be relatable. It can be for anybody. Really, really like that album. I feel like it's not really comparable. When people ask, do you like Lemonade more than do you like Renaissance? I just feel like it's very hard to pick between the two, especially because I think Lemonade had a very specific theme and I think Renaissance has a very specific theme. Am I in school right now? Yes, I am in school. I am in school part-time. I'm going to school to get my MBA. I did not talk about this at all in my videos. I think it's because for the school that I'm going to, I really only had one shot. I was not going to spend $100,000 to get an MBA degree, but I knew in my heart of hearts from when I was an undergrad that this was something that I wanted to do. And honestly, it's been a really wonderful experience. I feel like I've been making way more connections than I have compared to undergrad. Maybe it's because the stakes are different. You know, it's a graduate school, so people are taking the program much more seriously. There are people who have families and well established that are my classmates, so they definitely have been taking the program seriously. The reason why I didn't talk about my journey getting into grad school was because I didn't want to jinx myself. I knew that I particularly only had one shot to do this because I wasn't going to go somewhere else outside of the city or go to like an NYU. Let's be for real. And I had to take the GRE. So yeah, I really just did not want to speak on it and jinx myself, as I've said. Not only that, I needed to find a job that would accommodate my goals. My current team has been very understanding and I'm just very grateful. They were so supportive when I was studying for the GRE, and that is just something that I will never take for granted, and they're still so supportive. The team that you work on, it really matters because it could really set the tone for how you're doing and the company overall. I think everyone should be entitled to chasing their dreams and accomplishing their goals. I am taking 2 classes a semester. Class starts from 6 to 9. I typically leave the office at like 5 or 5:30, depending on any meetings that I might have had, twice a week, and that's how I get to class on time. I can't even lie to you. First semester was really hard because it was an adjustment. I would go to the office twice a week first semester, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I had statistics on Tuesdays, and then I had a management class on Wednesdays. I'd have to go to work, you know, 9 to 5, then I'd have class 6 to 9, and then sometimes I would get home at 11 p.m. and I would have to do the whole thing over again. And then, you know, on top of that, I have to study. And then not only that, on top of that, like, I'm not an intern, like, this is my career. I'm taking it seriously. I love my job, so I want to continue putting effort into my job because not only do I love it, but I just have a great support system and it's working for me. And I just want to continue being able to grow as much as possible in school and grow as much as possible in my career. The stakes are really high, and I think that's exactly why I just did not talk about my journey in school at all. It was a lot going on and it was my first semester. How long have I had? Ooh, this is very red, but okay. How long have I had my locks? I've had my locks for 8. Okay, we're gonna have to. Jeez Louise, this is so, what is this? This is a Fenty blush and it's just so pigmented. Oh wow, okay. Well, not much that can be done now. I've had my locks for 8 years now, and I am still going strong with them. They really fit my lifestyle. Would I ever cut them? I plan on making a separate video on this topic, but towards the beginning of my journey, I think I was really rough with my hair with the coloring. So some of my locks have experienced some thinning towards the end, but because my locks are like midway down my back, I've just been trimming them. It sucks to see them go, but at the end of the day, like, this is my hair health. Okay, so I put on this white top and I'm gonna put on these flower earrings. And honestly, I feel like I could just leave my hair like this. What are my hobbies? So I would say 2022 was the year that I really tapped into my inner child. And that explains the friends that I have here in the background. Bratz came out, I forgot what the series, I guess it was series 1. They're series 1 dolls. It like activated something inside of me. As a kid, I played with dolls for a really long time. I think I stopped playing with dolls like when I was 12, 13. I was really into that type of stuff. And obviously, like, I didn't take the best care of the dolls that I had because, you know, I was a kid. I was actually playing with them. I did not expect myself to become a Bratz doll collector, but this isn't even the full collection. Let's just say that I have about 12. I feel like 12 is a solid number, 12, 13. I'm not a Barbie girl. I'm definitely a Bratz girl. I just feel like they're really fashionable, and clothes that these dolls wear, it's like stuff that I would wear. I'm very playful at heart. I'm into video games. I'm not a hardcore gamer. I play like, you know, Nintendo stuff. I have a Switch. I've had a Switch for a long time now, since I was in undergrad, and I've still had it. I guess I just take really good care of it. And now I don't play video games as much as I'd like to because I am in school and I am working and it's just so much to do. But those are really my hobbies. I collect Bratz dolls. I roller skate. I like to paint. I'm really into anime, things like that. So yeah, really playful at heart. If you're a young person and those are your hobbies, let those be your hobbies. It's okay. It makes you unique, and there's nothing wrong with having these types of hobbies. I'm gonna go outside. I'll do a fit check so you guys can see what I'm wearing and what I have going on. We're gonna go with the sage green Telfie because I just feel like she will put the outfit together. Justin got me these AirPods for Christmas and I've been using them every day, and this is the case that I got for them. Isn't it so cute? I feel like it's very fitting for my personality because I love sweets. This is the vibe that we're going for. We love a purse moment. The watch, Amazon, it's Casio, it's a men's watch. This ring is just a random old ring that I think I got from ASOS. The bag is Telfar. The jeans I got from Nordstrom Rack because we love a sale. And the top I got from Burlington. This is my first time wearing this outfit outside and I love it. I think it's really cute. I have black suede Birkins because that will work out for the outfit. But obviously, you know, I can't wear my sandals indoors here, so you won't get the true effect of the vibe check, but this is what we got going on. So yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for taking the time to get to learn a little bit more about me. I definitely enjoyed making this video. It was fun. I really appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.